Hello guys and welcome to episode 7 of my Total War Warhammer 2 playthrough, playing as Khemri on very hard difficulty, and today it's time to take on Numas. We have the movement points to go and attack Numas this turn, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's move Settra into normal stance. We'll get King Sunafret as close as possible, and then we will declare war on Numas. I'm going to attack the king that's recruiting outside the settlement first. Actually, let me just check the bonuses that he has though. He does have the Sand Veil, but other than that, nothing that's really useful. So we're just going to go and declare war on Numas, and we will go for that attack. So this is apparently relatively even. We have a lot more archers than they do. We've got a ton of skeleton warriors, a ton of skeleton spearmen. They've got chariots, they've got horsemen. All to be expected, nothing special. I'm pretty sure we got this. Let's quick save it and fight it on the battle map. So the only trouble that we might have throughout this battle is where our reinforcements come in. But it looks like our reinforcements come in very close to their reinforcements. So it might be worth me trying to cut off their reinforcements initially, and then have my ones come in to watch my back against the initial army. I think we're going to do that. Let's line up my troops over here. And we will just charge forwards and spray down any units that come in off the field here. We'll keep our chariots ready to go against the main army. Same with my Storm Riders of Tsar. But we'll have the Khemri and War Sphinx come over here along with our Necrotect and Settra. And hopefully we can just crush units as and when they come in. Let's start the deployment, start the battle. Make sure to get my units up and in their face. And we'll have our archers just sort of fire away as soon as they can. Here it goes. So they're all nice and bunched up already for us. Let's get my units into battle. This is beautiful. I would have liked to have closed off the left side here. I guess I can do that maybe with the chariots and the horsemen. Let's bring these guys over. My reinforcements are coming in. Let's make sure that they are moving up to defend my flanks. All line up like so. Get all of my units to do that. Then these archers can line up in preparation for that as well. Meanwhile, we should get our chariots and the horsemen ready to engage their horsemen. But that initial army, or those reinforcements, have been absolutely crushed so far. Good times indeed. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, here comes the Khemri and War Sphinx. Beautiful. Like, this is just awesome. Let's engage their horsemen here with the chariots and the Storm Riders of Tsar. Gonna hit their skeleton horsemen there with the Storm Riders of Tsar. Looks like the chariots have wrecked those skeleton horsemen anyway. We'll have these 4 units come and help us out maybe. We'll draw back these guys. We do also have the Casket of Souls. That's firing away. Let's aim that at some skeleton spearmen here whilst we continue to kill these units on the right side. That archer fire coming in is absolutely crazy. Where's Settra? We need to get him right into the middle of this engagement if we can. Alright, we've crushed those skeleton horsemen, we've crushed those ones, that's good. Alright, let's make sure we move away from that engagement. We got rid of the mobile units. They have just spawned some Ushabti in and amongst our skeleton archers, which kind of sucks. How's Settra doing? Wow, look at this. There are just so many units. We're going to probably buff the Tomb Guard here, because they're going to get surrounded very shortly. I'm going to make sure I hit these skeleton archers with a spell that maybe crushes them. So far we're not doing too bad. One of our skeleton spearmen is surrounded here. But our units are getting into position. Let's engage those skeleton spearmen there. Oh wow, the Casket of Souls really not doing what I want it to. Just charge down and kill off these skeleton warriors. You can crush them with a nice charge there. Let's just pause it for a sec. We have our Tomb King here. He can defend our left flank. These couple of guys are not going to get all the way over to the right side, so we'll bring them to the left here. The Ashabti were dealt with relatively well, so that's good. And it looks like their Tomb King is engaging my Storm Riders of Zar, which isn't probably the best idea. Let's make sure this Casket of Souls is actually firing at an engagement that matters, like this one over on the far side where my Tomb Guard with halberds are completely surrounded. We will also buff up the Skeleton Spearmen. Here come the Ashabti. Let's get them into the fight over here as well. Right, the enemy skeleton chariot is destroyed. So many units here that need to be like realigned. The skirmish really not helping out. Okay, my horsemen and so on have been caught out on that side, so we're going to disengage if we can. Okay, lag starting to sort itself out, which is nice. It's actually affecting my ability to control the units. Oh, lovely. Our Casket of Souls now doing a serious amount of damage. Make sure we continue to buff up these chaps. Settra's right in the middle there. We may as well use his ability to do even more damage. Great, let's charge into the back of those skeleton spearmen. Gonna wheel my fast units across here and try and charge into the back of this engagement where my Tomb Guard are holding so damn well. Surprisingly, Nehekara warriors still aren't dead. Taking a lot of damage, a lot of punishment, and not going down. They might do finally. Right, let's get these chariots out of that engagement. Over here, it's time to get the skeleton horsemen in. I might just have one skeleton horseman come into the centre there. We'll have one come into that skeleton spearman engagement, and the chariots can come into the back of these chaps. What an absolute crazy engagement this has been so far. I'm just going to put the physical resistance onto those guys because I don't want them to crumble if I can help it. Nice, we got a good charge in there with the chariots. It looks like we are going to lose probably a couple units of spearmen along the way, but in general, done a fantastic job so far. Those chariots really doing a lot of damage there. I'll get these ones to come in as well for a cycle charge. Casket of Souls I think has been doing a relatively high amount of damage, but it's hard to tell. Let's get those skeleton horsemen to run into the back of that engagement, then we'll engage the skeleton warriors here. And skeleton spearmen. I think we're going to lose our Tomb Guard with halberds, which is kind of annoying. I might just give them the physical resistance to make sure that they don't die. we're going to get those chariots out there and go for one more cycle charge. Come on, men, do the job. Tomb Guard. No, they're gonna disintegrate. Well, we've done it anyway. We've won. Look at all those men just completely dying there. Very nice indeed. Job done. Close victory indeed. And then the battle. We did lose our Tomb Guard. We lost multiple units of skeleton spearmen. We lost the skeleton archers there. We lost also the chariot. Nothing that we can't get back. Other than the Tomb Guard with halberds. Losing the unit rank on that is kind of annoying. Didn't lose anything in the second army though, so that's nice. And we'll take the canopic jars from this engagement. Armour of Destiny was gained. Very cool. Let's give that to Settra. He's also gained a rank, so we'll put that into Conqueror of the Past for the extra public order for all provinces. But we're definitely going to give him the Armour of Dynasty, or Destiny there. That's good. Right, we are probably going to replace King Sunafret. So let's get that done before he attacks Numas, so that I can get the extra unit rank. Which I think it requires us to actually spend a turn researching that, doesn't it? But yeah, we want to get Thutep to replace King Sunafret, but it doesn't look like we're going to have time to do that. We're just going to take Numas and we are going to occupy it. It's a shame that we're not getting any canopic jars for this occupation. It must be because there's actually nobody defending it. Okay, well anyway, we'll jump Settra in there and he can do some global recruitment. We're going to get the replacement skeleton chariot. We're going to need some skeleton archers. And we'll just max out with the skeleton spearmen. Fortunately, we do have the incantation of Hoth going, which increases unit experience across the board. Meanwhile, King Sunafret, he can head down to Qatar and take that in the next turn, which will most likely actually be Thutep. So that will work out in the end, which is good. Right, Numas does have enough growth to level up, and unless there's anything else we want to build, it might be worth doing that. Definitely want to get this Great Pyramid of Settra at some point. That gives extra unit experience gain per turn for the local armies, 200, which is pretty good while you're recruiting, I guess. But the other thing is, I do want the statuary of Khemri here. Getting that and unlocking some Ashabti would be very cool indeed. So we're going to do that, and we'll give those Ashabti to Settra, most likely replacing one of these skeleton spearmen. So we've already made a lot of progress. There's nothing we can do with rites and mortuary cult because we don't have enough cash. Our research to get Thutep will be done in one turn. Diplomacy, let's just have a quick look at this. Can we trade with clan wars? We cannot. I'm just going to put it by attitude.
Valiant lord, these lands are ours. Do you know who? Bow before the rightful lord. I am no child.
I'm really surprised that they just don't want to trade with me, especially when they have almost positive attitude.
A corpse with a question.
It's rather frustrating.
Cruel and the undead have little to interest. Never.
Be quick.
I would definitely need to offer them some cash, but that's never something that I'm going to have a lot of as the Tomb Kings, so if I can't just get them straight up, then I'm never really going to get them. Alright, let's leave it as it is for now and move on to the next turn. Sentinels of Zeti have been destroyed. That will most likely be due to the High Elves. Techless over there, probably doing some damage to them. And Thutep is available. Right. Let's change King Sunafret for King Thutep. And he's going to come in at rank 4 thanks to our incantation. Let's go ahead and level him up before we jump towards that settlement. So we go for Root Marcher. Ancient Tyrant is not very useful. So it might be worth actually trying to buff up some of the units in the army. Like getting the Sun-Scorched Bones here for the extra armor for Nehekara Warriors, Tomb Guards, Skeleton Warriors and Spearmen might be nice. Wow, look at how many things these buff later down the line. Probably be better to go for Indomitable Will, honestly, and make him into a hard-hitting character rather than go down this tree just yet. When he gets to rank 10, we can choose a god, and that will unlock different bonuses, which is cool. The other thing we would like to do is get Canopic Jar Hoarder on all of our generals, so I'm gonna pick up that as well. Right, he's in range to take Qatar, so we're gonna go and do so. Should be pretty simple victory, but I don't want to auto resolve it just in case we lose stuff for free, so I'm just gonna quick save it and we'll fight it on the battle map. Shouldn't take too long, but yeah, just don't want to unnecessarily lose units. With the Tomb Kings, it doesn't necessarily matter too much, and honestly I might be re-recruiting these guys anyway. Oh well. Let's just get this done. We'll come over to the left side of this rock. We'll have all of my cavalry and stuff go over to the right side. Casket of Souls can line up ready to go, and we'll start the battle and run them down. So I'm just going to put these guys into a group. We'll do an attack order. Sure to get my archers up, make sure King Thutep gets involved, have all our skeleton horsemen and so on come around the right side, and I need to make sure this Casket of Souls opens up onto the Nehekara Warriors or some infantry unit. Doesn't seem like it does too much damage though. Like maybe in the fight where they're all bunched up, it might do something, but otherwise it doesn't tend to make too much of a difference. Alright, so we'll have the horsemen come down into those horsemen. Also have some chariots come down into them. Times. Right, let's just have one of these units turn round into the back of these skeleton spearmen. Should be over in no time, especially with this charge coming in. Oh, he's gone straight through their lines there. It's crazy. Just kill off those Nehekara horsemen. Keep chasing those skeleton archers. And this is a settlement battle, so when they all start to crumble, it will be over. And we will have the settlement under our control. Oh, here comes the Ashabti, just to make things difficult, of course. Get the archers to fire away there. Get as many men as I can onto those Shabti. Probably try and pull away with the skeleton archers, but stop this casket of souls from firing. It's probably doing more friendly fire than good at the moment. Wow. They're very interesting death animations. That's a decisive victory anyway. We'll end the battle there. Did lose quite a few units. Also lost a unit of skeleton archers in all that. But never mind. That gives us full control of that province, which is exactly what I wanted. Gets rid of any potential enemies in our backline.
The realm of souls fills with my soul.
And we can occupy it for more canopic jars, which is a good start. Mission aborted to sign a non-aggression pact with them. Yep, that would be about right, considering we just destroyed them. We do have 2,000 cash to spend. I think I'm just going to upgrade Numas to a Mastaba. And what I'm going to do with King Thutep is move him towards Khemri in the next turn and continue my recruitment there. Settra's almost done with his recruitment though, but I just want to make sure that I like refit this army with rank 3 units before the incantation of Tahoth finishes. I guess it also depends on what we want to do next though. I'm going to continue with the Wisdom of the Second Dynasty. Let's have a look. I know that there's a book down here. Let's have a look at where the other books are. We have the first book of Nagash further to the left. We've got the 8th book of Nagash, which is held by another Tomb King at Vulture Mountain. Is that the one? Not sure. Anyway, so there's the one at Vulture Mountain. Then we have the 3rd book of Nagash, which is over the sea. And same with the 5th book. I'm kind of feeling that like I might go down to the 7th book down here and try and win this battle, because I think that's against a rogue army. And then we'll go for the 8th book and then the 3rd book and the 5th book across the sea. So let's travel down south. We'll take out Kazakhstan and finish our province down here. That's a good shout anyway. And then we can have our 2 armies continue towards that fight right down at the bottom there. Okay, meanwhile, at Khemri, there's nothing else I can build other than maybe like another open graves here and then go towards like a crypt barracks to get more Nehekara warriors. But Thutep leveled up again. So let's continue with the Canopic Jar Hoarder, as I feel like just spamming Canopic Jars will definitely help us unlock things very quickly throughout the rest of the campaign. And the Lost Plateau here doesn't even have a building. I believe we got rid of the Charnel Plaza, didn't we, in order to build an obelisk, but I still don't have enough cash to do so. Commandment available at Ash River. I'm not sure we're going to need the public order. So let's go towards the worship of Fact, and we can then use the minus construction cost to build up the other settlements. We currently have that running at the Land of the Dead as well, don't we? What about up at the Southern Badlands? We're currently relying on the public order here. I think I might leave that for a while until we boost it past at least 0 public order. Okay, so we'll move on to the next turn. Settra will have his army back at full strength. Then we can look at refitting Thutep's army with higher ranked units. So, Pestilence scheme performed by Clan Pestilence. And mission issued. Own the entirety of 4 provinces. That gives us 20 Canopic Jars and 800 treasury. I'm not sure we're far off that. We have 3 provinces, don't we? So taking out Kallax down here will give us a 4th province, which is nice. Let's move down with King Thutep. What I'm going to do is try and come all the way down to Mount Arachnos this turn. Then next turn we'll jump into Mount Arachnos and do our recruitment here. Meanwhile, we'll just have Settra march after him. And at the Lost Plateau, we want to get that obelisk built, so I'm going to do that first before upgrading these buildings. Let's get the open graves done in Khemri. And that will be everything again done for this turn. 9 turns until we get another army. And I really enjoy the fact that getting another army doesn't cost us any upkeep. Or any more upkeep. Because normally, Total War Nations, the more armies you have, the more upkeep it costs you. Like exponentially. But with the Tomb Kings, that's not the case. The Bowmen of Orion would like a non-aggression pact. Am I going to attack them anytime soon? Probably not. Especially if we go and attack Kallax and then just go straight for the attack onto the rogue army down south. I'm not sure we're going to have time to stop at their capital, which I believe is a proper Wood Elf settlement, which would be very hard to take. So we'll go for a non-aggression pact for now. That's absolutely fine. Great Incantation of Zar performed by the followers of Nagash, and the Rakaf dynasty has been destroyed. Wow, okay. Straight up gone. Let's have King Thutep jump into Mount Arachnos. We still have the Great Incantation of Thoth. Let's go ahead and disband all these troops. There we go. And we're going to re-recruit them at a higher unit rank. Actually, I'm surprised that we can't do it in rank 3. Is that just something that comes with Settra? Because it might be worth, like, doing some of the recruitment with Settra rather than with King Thutep. Let's have King Thutep here come out. Actually, if I do that, then he won't be able to move back into Mount Arachnos, will he? That's okay. So this turn we will... Well, we need to do the recruitment this turn, so we're just going to have to do it all with Thutep and miss out on the extra unit rank. Okay, so we'll go Skeleton Spearmen. We need some Skeleton Archers. We then want the 2 Nehekara Warriors. We want the Skeleton Chariots. We want the Skeleton Horsemen. I can't recruit the Shabti into Settra's army, can I? No. So we'll get them into King Thutep's army with the 2 unit ranks there. It's going to take 8 turns though. Is it worth the wait?
This stone makes good statuary.
I guess it will have to be worth the wait. We'll just finish off with a unit of Skeleton Horsemen Archers, I think. Because the front line here is already going to be 5 units of Skeleton Spearmen and then the Nehekara Warriors. So, yeah. We'll leave it at that. Take advantage of those unit ranks that we can get from the incantation. And hopefully that sticks past the end turn. Otherwise, disbanding half of my forces may not have been a good idea. We've got 2,000 to spend. I think it might be worth saving it so we can get ourselves more Nehekara warriors in the future. We can also then upgrade that to unlock Tomb Guard out of Royal Barracks. So I think I'm just going to save the cash and we'll move on to the next turn.
Do not invoke the gods around Settra. They bow to me.
Hello Teclis. He would like a trade agreement for cash. Sure, we'll take that. I am quite happy to have another trade agreement.
The next level.
Highborn of Khemri for King Thutap gives extra public order in the local province. That's good.
Submit to your king.
Unfortunately, guys, though, that has been my time. Next time around, it looks like we're going to be crushing Kalak Zorn and then moving down to secure the second Book of Nagash for us. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.